So I would say, unfortunately, because of the Schedule 1 substance, we haven't had any legitimate research being done on this plant. And that's coming, and we're really excited for it. And I think the veteran community will largely be a strong voice to say, hey, we want some real study around this plant. Until that time comes, when we were thinking about why you go to Netflix, or why do you go to Spotify, or why do you keep going back to Amazon, it's almost as if they know you better than you know yourself. And I really love that. And if there are any cannabis consumers out here, we saw some hands raised for Thai sticks, so I'm sure there are. It's largely, my father, for instance, doesn't really consume cannabis, terrified of it, has arthritis, wants a topical cream. So what does he do? He asks his friends, hey, have you tried this? What works, what doesn't? And so what we're able to do, though we can't have the quantitative data, we can allow for consumers to make educated purchasing decisions. And what I mean by that is, if you think Amazon does it really well, you're looking for a bike helmet. Other people like you who have looked at this bike helmet also look over here. People who bought this are buying that. And when it comes to cannabis, what we'll be able to do here very soon is to say, why are you interested in cannabis? Do you want it for sleep? Do you not want to get high and you just want a topical cream? Do you want CBD honey sticks? And as we learn about your purchasing style, we'll be able to match you with other people in the local area to provide you a curated product set that hopefully will provide you the healing that you need, and do so in a really smart, targeted way.
And I think this is really necessary right now, because the pharmaceutical companies have a hold on cannabis and the understanding of the healing properties and how we're using it. So I think we have to use our friends, neighbors, and everybody else who's operating in this industry to figure out the best use.
Yeah, when you're ordering a pepperoni pizza, or you're doing research on where to eat food, you don't want to read reviews or hear from someone who's actually never ate at that restaurant. You want to learn about the local community and what they have to say about these institutions, and I think a marketplace is the right outlet for that.
Yeah, that's great. So with regards to e-commerce trends, talk a little bit about your solution and how you're really getting hyper-local in terms of how you service customers. And I love that you're trying to stay local, stay close to small businesses and make sure that they're profitable, because I think the industry is really moving away from that. So how are you using technology to do that?
Great. So when we're looking at this space, for those who have worked in retail, it's kind of a tough job, right? You have to, especially in cannabis, you have to get licensed, you have to be in compliance, you have inventory, you have hiring, you have scheduling, all these different things. And then now it's 2018, so now you're forcing these retailers to say, hey, small mom and pop dispensary, you also have to build a website and e-commerce solution and have curation and smart algorithms, and it gets very overwhelming. So what our solution does, and we have a patent around this software, essentially what it does is it transforms their existing inventory system into a live online store, turnkey digital storefront. And so now as a consumer, when you're shopping, like I was showing, you still have that level of convenience, you still can compare by price and read reviews, except we keep it very hyper-local due to regulation. It's been a blessing, actually. And so because we have this patent, what a wonderful story this would be of, in the cannabis industry, we are not only healing people, but we are introducing a new age of retail, whereby technology can actually support brick and mortar stores instead of an Amazon who's competing directly against those brick and mortar stores. And we're merging those two worlds, and it's a really beautiful thing to watch and see, and really, it's a reality whereby other industries and other verticals are wondering, how are we gonna compete against an Amazon? And we think that the cannabis industry is right to prove that model out.
Great, great. So one of the other areas that's really interesting, and everyone's talking about the blockchain, the trusted network,